You know what bothers me about this kind of thing? When I was a child, if you had recording devices to record this, you know what you would have seen a lot of?
What?
Children getting snatched by their mothers or fathers and shaken. What's the matter with you?
Yes.
You don't see that now, but you see adults behaving toward each other in public like they never would have been, in a fashion that would have been reserved for unruly children. The problem is that adults are all supposed to be on an equal level. So what has happened? The boys have gotten emasculated in their upbringing, and the girls have been defeminized in their upbringing. So you get boys acting with female emotive patterns where they get all upset and off into their feelings. And you get the young ladies, they don't know how to deal with baby. We're not going to talk about that here. Wait till we get home and have pillow talk, which has a very effective track record on getting that boy-girl thing to work right. They don't have boys and girls 101A and B anymore, and I guess dealing with the opposite sex is a forgotten art. And I'll say this, if you're straight as an adult, the hardest thing in your entire life will be relating to the opposite sex. And I think that's one of the driving engines for homosexuality. When you're homosexual, you don't have to be bothered with how do you deal with the girls if you're a boy and how do you deal with the boys if you're a girl. You don't have to deal with that anymore. You've been raised so boys know how to deal with boys, girls know how to deal with girls, and they don't have to learn how to deal with each other. So it's easier. But that just got sickening.
Well, the cops came, and apparently when they were talking to her and him separately, she says, I can definitely provide footage of him assaulting me if possible. So this is 16 minutes. I'm not going to play this whole thing. I just want to play it.
Under arrest right now? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay.
You're arrested for assault 14.
I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now?
So man,
Christian.
Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely.
Can you stop that right here? Can you stop that? See, she's belaboring under a common misconception in America. She thinks he can control what happens to her. He can't. See, when you have the state or law enforcement involved, you have a big entity that represents millions of people. And if somebody gets charged with a crime for breaking the public peace, dignity, and order, it says the people of the state of New York, the people of the state of California, people of the state of Florida, of Tennessee versus. And the primary concern of the people is we don't care what your reasons are. We want conditions in public to be peaceable. We want them to be dignified, and we want them to be orderly. So people wait in line, they show courtesies and all this other kind of thing. So whatever your reasons, if you step out of line, it's got nothing to do with the person that you offended at that point. It's got to do with the people saying you breached public peace, dignity, and order. And we can't allow that to happen. So what goes on, and this is something people really get freaked out about it, because I had to do it a time or two. I don't want to testify. I think he's been punished enough. She's been punished. No, that's not the point. The prosecution wants to go forward. So if you're not willing to commit yourself to showing up, then the court will have you taken into custody as a material witness so you can be compelled to testify in this matter on behalf of the people of the state of Tennessee. And if the court is nice, it might set a material witness bond so you can make that bond to assure that you show back up until your testimony is necessary. They can't compel you to say anything against your own interest. That's the Fifth Amendment. But they can certainly compel you to testify against somebody else so long as you don't incriminate yourself in the process. So she misses out. She's asking him, are you going to let them do this? And the cop is saying it ain't got nothing to do with him.
All right, I'm going to go and finish.
I just started to put that in there so what you hear is in context.
Criminal. I'm not a criminal. I had an argument with my boyfriend.
She's in our feelings right now. I just want her to know the severity of like we're in the airport. Chill out. She had my bag. I want to get my bag, and we're both going to the same place.
Okay, are you guys seated together?
So we're staying together?
Yeah, seated together.
I'm not sure because we were supposed to be going a long time ago.
Okay.
And so now we're just sitting in the airport.
Are you guys having just a rough patch in your relationship? What's going on, man? Okay, so you tell me that got heated. Did you lay hands on her?
No, it's nothing like that.
She didn't lay hands on you? You sure? No pushing, no hitting,
Nothing like that.
none of that. Just verbal heat exchange.
Just chill.
If that's all it is, it's none of our business. Okay? So if you guys make it on the plane, maybe you should go up there and ask for different seats. Just let some time kind of, right? So
No, you did not. No. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I had to get my special bag. Is there anything else that you could let me know? Because now that you have these officers involved, is there anything I need to?
yeah, why don't you come talk to me over here? Was there someone talking to you? Come talk to me over here.
I will never talk to you again. Hello, hi. So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag.
Okay.
My iPad, some clothes. I can take it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But I brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming up for myself. Like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me while I'm in the airport with him at all. I just had to get my belongings out.
ID on you? And boarding pass by chance?
Yeah. Do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking.
Investigating a possible assault.
Assault?
That's
Oh,
what
Christian,
not
I
by him.
assaulted you.
Oh, listen.
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay.
talking to you.
I'm so sorry. I'm just making
It's
sure.
not him that reported it.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the TSA folks reported
Oh, one of the
it.
TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere. so
Okay,
we'll sort it out. So do you have
but
your
like
ID
I
on you?
said, yes I do. My
Thank
name is
you.
Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his
Are you guys on
bag.
the same flight or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m. ish.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am.
Perfect, thank
Haven't
you.
put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grasped and emotionally. I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you know, like, hey.
Let me pause it right there for a second. You can
Okay.
just pause it. Let me ask you this though. If he was the one to bring the cops in, maybe it's because he would wanted to cover his own ass, because cops tend to.
Doesn't make any difference. That's not what happens. This timeline was as the TSA officials called. TSA and the local police in most locations have a mutual agreement or a covenant that they assist each other in law enforcement. So what happens is you have a misdemeanor situation, which under American law does not subject anyone to arrest unless there is an active warrant, which is what they're talking about, potentially swearing out based on their investigation, or the event is witnessed by a law enforcement agent or agency. In other words, they can pull you over for a traffic violation, say speeding, even if the cop, the highway patrolman that pulls you over and asks for your license, registration, and proof of insurance didn't witness it. Is somebody else in law enforcement witnesses it, and they have an agreement, or they're in the same department. So that's what's going on. It's TSA that called for local backup for this situation because they were witnessing a breach of public peace, dignity, and order. Now, that is a witness sufficient to legitimize the arrest. Now, the rest of it can be worked out. I will give her kudos. She is, in fact, sensible enough to try to politely talk her way out of it instead of acting a fool, talking about what she's going to do and they have no right to so-and-so. She is wrong in one sense. When she walks through the security checkpoint, she is, in fact, submitting to what's posted up there, and she gives them an opportunity for security purposes to check her baggage, inquire as to possession or control of various luggage items, etc. So she can't say they have no right to look into or inquire as of, which they do, and she submits to that by going through that checkpoint. Or she agrees to submit to it for her own security. And the security of others. So, you know, we have had airplanes hijacked. Remember 9/11?
What?
Yeah. And I was personally acquainted with at least two people who wound up hijacking airplanes way back 55 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them was a tenured professor at the University, well, the California State University of Los Angeles, known as Cal State LA.
Should I fast forward this a little bit?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Harder. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian.
Yeah, appreciate it, yeah.
Yeah, you can find it that way.
Just to kind of.
We were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't.
Stop a second. Why does somebody still have this asinine idea that because you got emotively involved in it, that justifies your breach of the public peace? We were having an argument. Yeah, don't do it here. Do it elsewhere.
Okay.
But I had to put down. I'm so sorry. You're grabbing me right now.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now.
ma'am.
What am I under? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay.
Arrest for assault 14.
I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally was we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now?
So in Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing.
Stop.
But I understand entirely.
Stop. The cop is telling her, right, he doesn't get a say in this. We've got a complaint from law enforcement that we have to back up through an agreement. We've looked at the vid cam that they have, and she is on the video shoving him. That's a breach of public peace. You can't do that. Even if you have personal reasons, you hold on to them. Your emotions are your own motivating factors, but you cannot allow them to motivate you to break the public peace. How would it look if a whole bunch of people carried out their emotive drives and shoved their spouses or shoved some fellow passenger who irritate them, blocked them off, stepped on a foot, knocked something out of their hands? You can't have that.
We were arguing.
arrest will be made.
Okay, I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that you guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all.
I appreciate that.
But you have me on camera. But at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, show something different. So if I need to show that, I will.
We have your cameras all around here.
Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Stop. America's system doesn't work on having a trial out there in the streets contemporaneous with events. That's later to maintain the dignity so the matters can be resolved in a controlled fashion and dignified in controlled circumstances.
Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now?
You are actually gonna go to jail.
Wait, but right now,
Yes, it's a physical.
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on camera.
Christian, are you serious right now?
All right.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay.
Stop. She's not going to jail because of him. She is going to jail because she shoved him. Whatever her emotional thing may have been, whatever her state of mind was, she should have controlled it. She had poor impulse control. And that is something that society does not tolerate, cannot tolerate, and it must discourage by doing what they're doing now.
I will never fucking shoot again. Ever.
You gotta go this way.
Okay. Can we please hold these, protect soldiers or something? This is completely unacceptable. We are in a relationship. We had an argument. Are you serious right now? So I'm under arrest for assault right now. Okay, let's just go. I'm not resisting or anything.
We know you're not.
I'm not resisting. So that's on record, correct?
Yes, it's on audio, video. Everything's being audio, video, camera. Yep.
Absolutely. Can I at least get the handcuffs off? I'm not violent or anything.
It's policy when you guys go to jail.
It's policy. So are y'all gonna arrest him? I plan on pressing charges on him then. Okay. I plan on pressing charges on him. But this right here, I feel like it's completely unacceptable. We had an argument as in a relationship. And y'all didn't see me put hands on me, but y'all saw me.
Stop it. That has nothing to do with the situation. They are not arresting you, lady, because of anything you said. They are arresting you because other law enforcement agents witnessed you breach the public peace and shove somebody intentionally. Or at least that would be the allegations.
So am I going to jail?
You are going to jail.
Who's going to bail me out?
You can make a phone call when you get there.
Are you serious right now?
You're gonna have to go see a judge first before that.
Can I please make a call to my family right now?
Nope.
Are you serious? Can he process for me? Are you serious?
Time out. Under 50-some-year-old Supreme Court rules, the police can hold her for 48 hours of the business week without charging her. They can hold her for the weekend without charging her. The worst situation is to get busted late Friday night where you stay in for the weekend and then they don't have to process you or arraign you, and you get a hearing on your bond for another 48 hours, so you stay in for 4 days, which is unfortunate. So don't get busted on the weekend. It's bad time to get busted. So they can take her down, and she has her right to get one phone call. Choose wisely. Sometimes they're very strict about that, sometimes not. And
oh my gosh, right now. Oh my gosh, okay. Who would I be able to call right now? Any numbers that I know?
You can bring your phone with you to jail.
Okay, thank you so
And when
much.
that happens, and you can ask them.
When y'all let me go, can I call and press charges on him? If possible.
Time out. The only way she can press charges against him is for a magistrate or a judge to listen to her sworn affidavit of complaint, and she swear to it in his presence, or an officer who is investigated swears to what his investigation revealed in the judge's presence, and that judge issue a warrant upon probable cause. In other words, not beyond a reasonable doubt, but just based on the sworn evidence, it's more likely than not that a crime was committed. They cannot arrest him based on what she says. She'll have to go get a warrant because no law enforcement officer witnessed the events.
But because y'all have me on camera,
Correct.
y'all arrested me, correct?
Correct.
And y'all didn't even listen to my side of the story. Y'all just arrested me, correct? So I just want to hear that part of the story. Because I have proof that, and if everything, okay, I'm not even
Time out
I'm
again.
not-
Time out again. There is a general exception that has arisen in the last 35 going on 40 years, so that when you have a domestic situation, all of these rules about committed in an officer's presence do not have to apply. However, in this case, she just can't say, I want him arrested, because they've seen nothing that implicates him. They've looked at film footage or video footage that show her putting hands on and committing a battery.
this thing. I just feel like this is crazy. And y'all didn't even listen to the woman's side of the story, but y'all accept the fact that was on video.
Time out. Why is it important to listen to one gender's side of the story? You should listen to both of them. But the problem here is that she's on video, more likely than not committing a criminal battery. They call it an assault, but all an assault is under American law is causing someone to anticipate that they will be subject to a battery. What is a battery? An unpermitted touching, not committed in the sense of pleasantry. What do you mean by not committed in the sense of pleasantry? There is a built-in exception for this. You come up, slap somebody across the back. Hey, Tom, man, what's happening, man? I haven't seen you. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were an old buddy of mine. See, that touching was done in the sense of pleasantry. Or somebody walk up to you and you reach out and grab their hand and shake it. I really want to shake your hand, sir. I really am proud of what you've done to uphold your community. See, that was an unpermitted touching. Nobody gave him or her permission to shake hands, but it was done in the sense of pleasantry. So human nature being what it is, you don't want to discourage that. But if somebody comes up and bam, and hits you, and they don't mistake you for somebody else, that's a battery, an unpermitted touching not done in the sense of pleasantry.
No, I haven't had any rights read to me.
We're gonna go ahead and read your rights.
Please don't read me my rights, because I
Okay,
feel like
time out. They're not arresting her for any statement that she makes. However, the way she's running her mouth now, she might make a mistake and do something to incriminate herself, and they're going to read the Miranda rights to her. And that is, you have a right to remain silent. Now, let me say something about this, since we've been talking about it.
Real quick, because I was going to mention that throughout this whole time when they put the handcuffs on her, they never read her Miranda
They
rights.
didn't have to. She hasn't done anything to incriminate herself.
Right. So that's why did she even bring up Miranda rights?
Because she thinks she's supposed to. But now here's my comment about the Miranda rights. Miranda was a low-down individual who wound up getting murdered by his own friends because they couldn't stand him. But all of America knows about a Miranda rights. Television, motion picture stuff, the media, magazines, newspapers, they talk about Miranda rights. Miranda was a lousy human being. But one thing that I've been trying to emphasize to people is just because somebody has deficits as a human being does not mean that his or her rights evaporate. We have this tendency today to say, oh, he's no good, he doesn't need these rights, we'll forget them. But you see, Miranda writes that they are about to advise her of get the name Miranda from a low-down scoundrel who got murdered by his own buddies for being low-down.
Stay in jail for the night? Are you telling me that? I have to go to jail for the night?
Yes.
Do I have money if I can bail out tonight? Can I bail out tonight?
No, it's
You have to see a jail. You
I
have to
have
see a
to
judge.
stay in jail for the night? Are you kidding me right now?
I'm not making
I have to go to jail tonight?
Hold on.
I'm not arguing. I'm just asking
All right, you
questions.
have the right to remain
Can I
silent.
get out tomorrow?
Anything you say can't be
Time
said.
out, time out. You know what she's missing here, and so much of the public does? What she's saying is because I don't know about it. Do you mean all these things apply? What are you talking about? See, you should learn these things in the 5th grade in elementary school, but they don't teach them anymore. What she is saying is the equivalent of, I've been driving my car for the last 3 or 4 years down these streets. Do you mean to tell me that because I ran a red light, I can be pulled over by a cop and given a ticket because I allegedly ran the red light? And if I don't sign this ticket, I can be physically arrested. And I haven't read the ticket that says I am not confessing to the commission of the crime, merely promising to show back up in lieu of arrest. So I don't know about these things. How can they arrest me if I don't sign this ticket because I ran a red light according to the allegations? See, you've been driving a car. You've been walking down the streets. You've been living here as a citizen. So you don't know the rules of the road. That's no excuse. But go ahead.
Talk to a lawyer.
I'm just asking, yes. Can I get out tomorrow?
If you can afford to hire a lawyer,
I can afford a lawyer.
For questioning if you wish.
Okay, I have a lawyer. I can pay for a lawyer.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take everything out of your pocket.
Okay, but on my phone, all the numbers that I have. Okay,
listen up, all right?
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that all the
You
numbers
have to
that I have are on my phone.
Hey, time out. The drill at this point is shut your mouth. You've been told you're under arrest. You're not going anywhere. Once they placed you under arrest, they're not going to release you because if they do, they leave themselves open to having made a false arrest. Now,
Please, right now.
Yes.
you should have learned that.
No.
Grade
I can
1,
pay
2,
for-
3, 4, 5. You should have learned it. Now shut your mouth, but she's not going to.
Serious right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not gonna fight you. Take whatever you need. Just take it. Just take it.
Just relax.
I'm not fighting or resisting. Thank you. Just let me know. I just want to record that I'm not resisting.
Okay.
I'm in a domestic violent relationship.
You
I'm in a
said
domestic
that
violent relationship.
11 times. Be quiet. Be
I can show you
quiet.
proof of domestic violent
And
relationship.
by the way,
and he wants
she's young, maybe foolish, but remember, the young and foolish always say, you treat me like I'm not grown. Well, you say you're grown. Now you're over 18. You are. So we're holding you accountable. Doesn't feel too good, does it? See, but you didn't learn that. You got taught everything you do is relativistic. So,
Yes, once you get
On again, off again, boyfriend.
I don't know my heart.
out letting you go ahead and say, hey, this is the number I need.
You want to take your cash with you?
Okay, thank you.
You want to take your cash with you to jail?
Yes, can I bail myself out?
You got to see a judge first.
I have to see a judge. Like, I can't even bail myself out. Can he say that I wasn't being domestic? Like, we had an argument as a relationship. Okay, I'm not resisting. I promise you. I promise you. I don't have anything in my pocket.
I know.
I'm just asking.
Shut
if he's
up.
been domestic, y'all
Shut
still
the
gonna
hell
arrest me?
up.
Y'all
God,
still gonna
I
arrest
used to
me?
hate it when I had a client like this who would not shut their mouth. You hire
they'll-
a lawyer to do the talking for you. Shut your mouth because you're likely to blurt something out that can be used in evidence against you. That's your Miranda rights, you know, named after that guy that was a low-down scumbag and a scoundrel. But
I'm
anyway,
resisting. Please do whatever you gotta do. I'm not resisting. But can he tell you that we were arguing? Like, can he come here and tell you that we were arguing? Like, does that help me at all? Are you serious?
That's all right, Jesse.
Please, I have a question. Does that help at all that if he come out and say we were arguing? Okay, I'm not resisting, please. Do whatever you gotta do. But can he come and say that?
Time out.
Like,
Time out. She's asking the cops about this. Does it help me that we were arguing? No, it doesn't. Second thing, the police are not charged with being your lawyer. Third thing, you might incriminate yourself. Fourth thing, shut up. You're not talking your way out of this, so just be quiet. The process will take its course. If a judge hears about it, he may order a bond set, which means you won't have to see him before posting the bond. You may have an attorney who can know somebody, a judge at home, and it's permitted to call judges at home to get bonds set. Or you may wind up having to be arraigned in a bond set in open court. It all happens in various ways.
come out here? Are you serious?
You guys have a chance to talk.
Could we
serious,
stop this? Could we stop this? You're evoking a long-term irritation on my part with this kind of thing. So just get ready for it. You have to deal with it as it plays out. Those are the rules. And she's not going to talk her way out of it. There's no point in rehashing it. There's no point of irritating somebody like me who says, be quiet.
If you're quiet, I think the whole process goes quicker.
It does. Now, she was polite, but she's beginning to be an aggravating circumstance to this whole situation. And when you are in custody, it's not ordinarily a good practice to irritate the hell out of somebody that's got you in their charge.
She's gonna
Please take these off.
Unfortunately, not now.
I'm
At this
not
point,
a
you're under
criminal.
arrest. I know that, but
I'm not a
unfortunately, now
criminal.
you
I had an
violated the
argument
law.
with my boyfriend.
You can see the purpose.
You know what? I'm not resisting y'all. I'm gonna sit in the car.
Now,
This is
you know what
crazy.
else
Y'all not
she's
even
doing?
listening to me.
Time
I
out.
do. You want me?
Time out. If this were more serious, she's giving what they would call in the movies, quote, motive, unquote, or in actual law, quote, intent, unquote. She is establishing an element of the crime, which is that it was intended. So she's saying she was having an argument. So what is recorded on video is in fact the result of a developed intent. Bad move.
Yeah. And that's the end of it.
Thankfully, that was painful.
She's out. She's been out. She did
I
issue
know.
a public apology to her boyfriend, even though she wanted to press charges, trying to throw him under the bus because she got arrested. But my summation is keep your hands to yourself. You are in a toxic relationship, so y'all don't need to be together. Go get some help so that you can learn how to keep your hands to yourself and control your temper. And if you are in a situation with the police, just shut up, let them do their job, and then call your lawyer and family member.
Now, if I was her lawyer and I was going to be candid with her about what she had done, or if I was the judge who was sentencing her, if it came to that, I'd say, lady, let the court, or let me, if I was the lawyer, or if I was the prosecutor making the observations, lady, perhaps you don't realize it, but you illustrated how you got in this problem in the first place. The circumstances were inevitable, but you could not control yourself because of your emotive disposition. That got you in trouble in the first place. It almost got you in worse trouble than you were in. Now, in the future, control that. You do not have entitlement to vent your emotions. I don't care what you've seen on the media or got taught at home. You must control yourself. It is expected that you will engage in, quote, self-control, unquote.